Get on the floor! Do it now!
The Special Constabulary is the nation's volunteer police force.
Do you know the gent?
What's your speed?
It's made up of over 20,000 members of the public.
Oh, he's gone down there.
Who give their time to fight crime in their communities.
Out! Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
Specials combine their day jobs
Stage, please!
and home lives
He's a good boy.
with being serving police officers on the front line. Coming up, Tony's under pressure to catch a suspected drug dealer.
Keep an eye out for this car.
The particular target has just left the property, which is the one thing we were trying to avoid.
Things aren't quite what they seem when Ben deals with a drunk suspect. And in Cambridge, the Specials assist a major police operation
Excuse me, can you walk, please?
to protect some very important visitors.
We're expecting a lot of people to come in this morning, which makes it a little bit more of a challenge.
Right, this evening we're to execute a warrant in Cambridge on an individual.
It's 5 p.m. and Cambridge's tactical team are being briefed about tonight's operation, a warrant for a suspected drug dealer.
Current intel summary is believed to be currently selling cocaine. Premises ground floor flat. The diagrams attached are good for getting to know the main route to the front door.
One of the few specials to be part of this elite unit is Special Sergeant Tony Bolton.
My personal opinion is the role of the Special Constabulary is to support the police. We are a volunteer organisation, but we're there to support the police.
Roles, MOE team, himself, Sean and Lee. Entry team will be Tony, Hugh, Suzanne.
Tony has been volunteering as a special for 11 years and recently joined this new unit.
I do feel accepted, I do feel part of the team. Anybody that is coming into an organisation has to work quite hard for that acceptance, but I do work quite hard. I believe I'm fully accepted by the team, and I enjoy my time with them.
Everyone's happy, ready to go in 15 minutes.
From the briefing, the particular person we're after, we know it's drugs, we know it's Class A drugs, so what's important is to get in there as quickly as possible, secure anybody within the property, and to ensure that if there is any evidence, we're going to get hold of it.
Have you got a hoolie bar?
Otherwise it goes down the loo, it goes out the window or it's swallowed.
Put us in the boot.
So everybody's loading up, getting ready to go, and then dynamic entry, and see what we find.
Tony is out with the tactical team most Friday nights. The rest of the week he works as a podiatrist, helping people with foot problems.
I think I volunteer my time to give something back. To me, it's a form of service to the community.
I've underestimated the weather. It is a little chillier than I thought.
Tony's not only a podiatrist and a special, he's also a devoted family man. Husband to Veronica and father to 13-year-old Kaylee.
I work very hard at trying to achieve a good work-life balance. I guess I just work very hard at ensuring that the girls are kept happy and I'm not away too long. Was you having tea?
I just think it's phenomenal. Not only does he work all week, but then to give time as well, when most people would actually be far more comfortable sat on the sofa and vegged than out racing around.
But racing around with the tactical team is what Tony does as a special, and tonight they're on a mission to catch a suspected drug dealer.
Lee, 5 hits and change, yeah?
The tactical team itself is 30 strong officers, and that's almost like the enforcement arm of the Central Intelligence Bureau.
The team head to another police station to collect a warrant, the legal document allowing them to search a property and seize any illegal drugs.
We've actually just arrived at Parkside to pick up the physical warrant, but we've just had intelligence through the other guys that are actually at the address right now, and the particular vehicle of interest to us is there now with its engine running, and so we're a little bit worried that our target might actually be on his way out. So as you can see, the guys are getting kitted up as quickly as possible, grab hold of the warrant, get out of here and get across to the address as quickly as possible. So the warrant's just become immediate.
If the suspect does have drugs on him, it's critical the police catch him red-handed.
This particular gentleman was making plans to leave that property, and obviously we wanted to execute the warrant that night when we believed he'd taken delivery, and at the time, for all we knew, he could have had those drugs on him, going actually out to sell those drugs.
Have we got the warrant?
Right, I'm going to make a move, chaps. Go on.
Are we going straight to the door?
Now they've got the warrant, they head to the suspect's home as quickly as possible.
Right, we're still listening to the intelligence actually coming in on the radio. As I actually understand it, the particular target has just left the property, which is the one thing we were trying to avoid. It's a little bit confused at the moment, but I think we're going to end up actually taking the suspect outside the vehicle.
Keep an eye out for this car. Now, please.
Yeah, I remember reading that.
Kill the blues as well, Robin.
The team plan to intercept the suspect's car,
Go left.
now being followed by an unmarked police car.
Slightly more subtle approach now because we don't necessarily want them to know that the whole busload of us is on our way.
Not this one, next one.
There, behind you.
He's out.
It's out in here. Follow it.
We just wanted to make an intercept as quickly as we could and as safely as we could.
Stop.
Because you're in that vehicle, right, we're stopping searching you under Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act, okay?
I think it's already been done.
The suspect is taken to the police van and searched. Officers find a small amount of white powder on him, suspected to be drugs.
We've managed to get hold of our suspect. He's the person that we were looking for to actually execute the warrant on. There's quite a strong smell of cannabis in the car, so he's actually been arrested.
Tony and the team have caught the suspect, but they still need to go to the man's property and search it. Tonight's operation is a world away from Tony's day job as a podiatrist.
When I'm at work, I'm going into a safe, benign environment, whereas as a special within a police role, they're not all benign environments at all. Sometimes they can be quite hostile environments.
You just have to trust that he's a well-trained policeman, that his colleagues are, well-trained policemen, and then you just keep your fingers crossed and hope for the best.
Tony has faith in his training and his team, and doesn't think twice about facing the same risks as his regular paid colleagues.
I don't tend to worry because the team's very professional. You've got to have trust within the team. You just want to get in there, you just want to help, you want to support, you just want to get on with it.
Front door keys are on the car keys.
The team arrive back with the suspect at his property.
No need for a dynamic entry. Wasn't quite as we planned it, but a good result nonetheless.
You will be strip searched, mate. We don't enjoy it either. Yeah, okay. But we've got to do it. Go with these two chaps here. Yeah. Come on, bro.
While some officers search the flat, others, including Tony, strip search the arrested man.
Well, strip searching suspects isn't particularly pleasant, but it's absolutely vital because suspects will always try and hide drugs. And again, our job is to find and preserve the evidence.
The officers conduct a detailed search of the property, looking for that all-important evidence.
The herbal substance was just on top of the microwave. Everything that's actually found during the warrant will obviously be seized. This will be passed across to the evidence officer.
We'll lock it up, we'll get your keys back to you, mate.
While the search of the flat continues, the suspect is taken into custody.
Please don't make too much of a mess.
Promise we won't, Jake.
First of all, I'm satisfied that you've been arrested lawfully, and I'm also satisfied that the officers had power of arrest to bring you to this police station, okay? What we're going to need to do is talk to you in a tape-recorded interview. That interview will enable you to explain your side of what's gone on and what you're in possession of, okay? That's it, right down here. Okay.
While Tony is dealing with the arrested man, news comes in about a discovery back at the property.
The development at the flat was that more drugs had been found. It's a game changer for the person that's actually in custody, because there is quite a difference with the penalties between possession and possession with intent to supply.
When Tony gets back to the suspect's flat, the size of the haul is becoming clear.
It's a mixture of suspected drugs, large amounts of cash. I'd say in total there's a few £1,000s of suspected cannabis there. Within that yellow tub there's something else we suspect to be cannabis, full up. It's within foil, but there's what we suspect to be Class A drugs. The person's obviously got to account for the items that we found there, including the other drugs, cash, and any information that might be available to us on the things we've seized.
Initially, he's been absolutely adamant that the little bit we found is all there was. So I don't know. I mean, the guy's lied through his teeth. What he's going to do now when the whole thing's put to him, I don't know. Not reliable.
Drugs and money aren't the only things uncovered by officers during the search.
It's within his home, but obviously if we were to take that into the street, then there would be an offence committed there. So, but this is the sort of thing that he's got on top of his kitchen cupboards. You could chop a lot of tomatoes with it, I think.
The contents of a digital photo frame also cause concern for Tony and his colleagues.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a barrel. Minimum barrel length in this country is 24 inches, so yeah, that's a sawed-off shotgun, yeah, absolutely. Finding weapons, sadly, isn't that unusual. From hammers behind doors to baseball bats, and it is something that we come up against. And finding things like that, I think, just reminds every single police officer of the dangers that are involved in the job to which we do.
Nearly 2 hours later, Tony and the team leave with all the evidence they've found.
I hope I'm making a difference every time I go out in uniform as a special constable. When you're actually working on the front line as a policeman, you do see a lot of the negative effect of drugs. But there's no doubt about it, selling drugs can be incredibly profitable. You know, some people make a ginormous amount of money off it, but all the money that they're actually making is always off the back of somebody else's misery.
Ultimately, there was insufficient evidence to charge the suspect with dealing. He pleaded guilty to possession of Class A and Class B drugs. He received a fine and the drugs were destroyed. Specials are unpaid volunteers who work alone or alongside the regular police to fight crime in their communities.
You got all of them!
Don't want to see you walking on the main road again.
Come on.
Recovery's obviously en route.
Specials are not police community support officers. They're fully fledged members of the police force who have the same powers in law as their paid colleagues, including the power of arrest.
Stop it!
Move over.
No!
Move out of the way.
No.
Within many special constabularies, officers can rise through the ranks, from constable all the way to chief specials officer.
Ouch, I found a thorn.
Let me remind you, you're under arrest, and anything you say will be written down.
Specials work 16 hours a month or more as volunteers and undertake all kinds of duties, from policing community events to arresting hardened criminals. Sometimes specials are required to support their regular colleagues policing major events. In Cambridge, it's 7 AM, and Special Sergeant Kirsty Bruce is getting ready for her shift.
I normally would be on my way to work, so yeah, I've taken the day off to do this.
27-year-old Kirsty has been volunteering as a special for the last 3 years.
Should we go this way? Yeah.
When she's not giving her time to the police, Kirsty works as a nanny.
Here we go. Oh, look, you have to make it. Not just paint it, you have to make it.
Kirsty has teamed up with her colleague for the day, Special Constable Jamie Cooper, who also has a day job.
I work at Sainsbury's supermarkets on the hot foods, meat and fish counters. Are you able to order a new ticket for the Wednesday day with cranberries? Worked on it during uni as a part-time job, and since finishing a couple of months ago, I've now gone full-time.
Specials Kirsty and Jamie are playing a small part in a large-scale security operation designed to protect some very important visitors. The whole force is on high alert.
We're expecting a lot of people to come in this morning. Makes it a little bit more of a challenge for us policing-wise. Because of the nature of the visit, Market Square will be closed for buses, taxis. Most likely even cyclists will be asking them to go on foot. It's obviously a lot of people, we don't want any trouble whatsoever.
Large crowds are building, and the police are vigilant to potential threats. Kirsty and Jamie's job is to stop traffic and make sure there are no vehicles in the area where the VIPs will arrive, even bikes.
Can I ask you to get off of your bike, please, and walk down?
You're allowed to go down there, but you'll have to walk.
Can I just ask you to dismount and walk down, please? Thank you. We do have a lot of cyclists. We are busy.
Your Royal Highnesses, what an absolute delight it is to welcome you to the city of Cambridge today.
Away from the crowds, it's not quite as exciting for Kirsty and Jamie today.
Stop, please.
Nevertheless, the specials are still committed to playing their part in the bigger security operation.
You are cycling the wrong way down a one-way street.
Hello, mate. Unfortunately, this road's going to be closed from now up until this afternoon.
Excuse me, can you walk, please?
It's actually always nice to do something a little bit different to the standard Friday, Saturday night shifts that we are all very well used to.
Just enjoy it. It's something to do. I've got a lot of spare time. It's a worthy cause. It's just nice. Good fun. I enjoy it.
This is a day Catherine and I have looked forward to for a very long time. 18 months, in fact, ever since my grandmother, the Queen, on the morning of our wedding, bestowed on us the name of this great city.
Excuse me, sorry, can you just dismount, please?
The specials might have the raw deal, but at least they've got their patter right.
Can you walk, please, mate?
Some people have asked them to walk that way, and then I've told them that you have to walk that way as well, because that's one way, so then they go that way. There's a man running down there, he's going to have his work cut out trying to get through those crowds. Can I just ask, is this your bike? Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure. It's a bit of an unusual bike.
The royal visit has passed off without incident, and the specials have done their duty, even if they didn't get to meet the Duke and Duchess in person this time.
I've never really seen any royal, so I thought it'd be quite nice. But as it is, I'm still not going to get to see any royal.
In Peterborough, Special Constable Ben Ventham is out on shift with regular officer PC Peter Torak. A call comes in over the radio of an incident involving a drunk woman.
It says ambulance, she's now running down Bretton Gate towards the hospital. She's lying in the middle of the road between the roundabout for stage 2 and next roundabout going towards the hospital.
We've got reports of a drunk female lying in the road, sort of a pretty busy main road as well, and disrupting an ambulance crew their duty, so I'll head over there now.
When Ben isn't doing his duty as a special, he has to cope with the demands of a full-time job as a recruitment consultant.
I don't suppose you've got any web graphic designers?
Do you want to log into my Logic Melon? I've got a web graphic designer role on there.
Yeah. I work 9 to 5 in my day job, whereas when I'm policing, you could be working from 5 o'clock in the evening to 7 o'clock in the morning doing a night shift. I've got another guy in who they're giving the test to, and they want to book in for an interview. So in my day job, I talk to people that want my help, and in the evenings when I'm out on shift, I talk to people that don't want my help. I think it's a good time. Very good time to get on board.
24-year-old Ben has been a special constable for a year.
I've always grown up wanting to be a police officer, and I've always done things throughout my life, whether it being through school or through work. I've always been in a role where I've helped people. Being a special is a great way of giving something back to the community, and it's just being in situations where you've never been in before.
Peter and Ben arrive on scene to find the woman lying at the side of a busy road.
When we got there, it was clear that she had quite a lot to drink. Whether she was under the influence of drugs as well, we don't know.
It's a testing situation for a young volunteer like Ben.
You go to some incidents and events that are very challenging, are very upsetting. It was clear that she was emotionally unstable. She was wailing about on the ground, she was crying, she was shouting. One moment she wanted help, the next moment she didn't.
I'm sorry. It's all right. I'm with it now. Well, how many people?
What we'll do is we'll just sit in the back of the van for now and then we'll go from there, yeah?
Oh my God, no,
When you see someone in a very intoxicated state, it's quite depressing. You see so many people that are drunk. It's quite frustrating that they put themselves in their own situation. They don't know how far they can take their drinking.
With the woman in the back of the van, Ben and Peter try to find out what's gone on.
Sorry about that, lads. Well, there's a report around the corner that a vehicle's been damaged.
Another officer on scene informs Ben and Peter that a nearby car has been found vandalised. The woman is angry and frustrated at being contained in the van, but the officers need to establish if there are any witnesses to the alleged criminal damage.
There are a few other people, bystanders there, that had witnessed her kick and damage a vehicle just off the road.
So you're nothing to do with this, are you? No one else?
No, we were just with her.
The officers then have a word with the owner of the damaged vehicle.
What we will need to do is we'll have to take the lady to the police station and then come to see you and get some statements and stuff, yeah?
The lady?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It will take about an hour or so.
All right, David, yeah.
Okay, cheers, we'll see you later.
We've arrested her on suspicion of criminal damage, and we'll take her back to Thorpewood now in the cells, and then we'll head on and get some statements and follow up inquiries.
Yeah. The officer's immediate priority is the intoxicated suspect, and so they head off with her to custody. It's all part of Ben's job as a special.
I would like to be viewed as a normal officer that's giving up my own time, not getting paid, to try and help the community and obviously help normal officers as well. Come on, that's all right.
Help me, please.
That's it, come on.
By the time they arrive at the station, it's 10:30 at night.
Hang on a second.
Who's that?
That's one of our colleagues.
Help me, please.
It's all right. So we'll go up in there. You okay to come in, Pete? You okay?
Whoa.
Yeah, is that all right? All right, trying to go through a quick gap.
We'll put you in the cell, you can have a sleep. We'll get a coffee.
I'm sorry.
They've brought the suspect to the custody suite for processing.
You all right? Time for us, please. Up you get.
Come on.
You just stand up.
Up you get, my lovey.
I've never seen anyone fall asleep at the custody desk, especially in front of a custody sergeant. It's my first time I've witnessed that. I don't expect it will be my last. Here you go, come on, that's it. You want to sit down? Here you go, have a seat.
Sit there, mate. Circumstance of why she's been arrested, please.
Stop it.
Pack it in.
She's been seen to have been
Stop her doing that.
smashing a vehicles.
If you keep hitting yourself in the face, I'm going to handcuff you. Has she been assessed by the paramedic? Have you been taking any drugs?
I've had cannabis, if that helps.
It does help. Have you got any injuries at this time?
I've hit my head a couple of times. I've got a bit of a headache.
Okay. How did you hit your head?
My fist, I think.
Hurting yourself, were you?
Yeah.
Listen, this is important. Have you got any medical conditions that you suffer with?
It's becoming clear to Ben that the suspect has more issues than alcohol and drug abuse.
She explained to the sergeant that that she suffered from schizophrenia. It puts everything quite into perspective. You can kind of see how and why she reacted in certain ways back out on the street when we arrested her. It's quite difficult to take in.
Ben's learnt that this case isn't as straightforward as it first appeared back at the roadside.
Do you like harming yourself when you're here?
Sometimes, yeah.
What about now? How do you feel now?
A little bit.
Little bit.
I could get a knife right now and just go.
Well, we won't let you hurt yourself while you're here. As you know, the cells here are all covered by CCTV, so we can keep an eye on you, make sure you don't cause any damage. You've got the right to have someone told that you've been arrested and you're detained here. You're going to tell your mum, are you?
My mum.
Speak to your mum.
Mum, I'm really sorry.
Once someone's been arrested, you're always given the opportunity to let someone know where you are and that you have been arrested.
I don't know, I can't remember. I'm sorry.
And it's more often than not, I think 9 out of 10 times people will call their mums. It's probably an innate behaviour that we all have. We all want our mums when we're in desperate trouble. She was clearly very upset, very troubled, and she wanted to let her mum know exactly what happened and where she was.
I don't know, Mum. I don't know.
Come on then.
The officers took the woman to the cells where she was assessed by paramedics.
This way.
Due to insufficient evidence, the woman was later released without charge.
It does affect me massively, but I think the reason I carry on doing it is because deep down inside I really enjoy the job. I've learned a lot about myself being as a special constable. You learn new things, new challenges. You're put in situations you would never be in outside of being a police officer.
Yeah, no problem.
I do think I make a difference as a special.